stock market. There's a public safety message apparently.
Oh,
Good timing. Are you getting this?
hello.
I've got everything recording here, so I'm excited.
Yeah, let's.
But I'll let you speak about kind of your background.
I'll go ahead then. I'm a filmmaker. My name is Joshua Grossberg. You can call me Josh. Your name is Josh.
Yeah.
Says the two Joshes. I live in New York. You used to live in New York. What else? I mean, I'm also a journalist, but we're here cooped up in quarantine in Astoria. You used to live right above us with your wife, and my wife is in the other room right now. But anyway,
A couple of things I think you missed though is you've had a movie on Netflix recently,
Yep.
Making a huge documentary. Price is Right, a few other things that we could get to, but have had quite a.
I'll summarize really fast. Yes, I used to work for E! Online as an entertainment reporter, and then I got into documentary filmmaking and made a documentary about Hurricane Katrina. And that was a fascinating experience, and I've been producing, writing, directing documentaries since then, as well as all kinds of programs for television, short films, web series, you name it.
So you've got a really rich background, in filmmaking, the art of storytelling, and things like that. Really cool narrative.
You are in Colorado. Why don't you introduce yourself, Josh?
Yeah, I've had a rich advertising and marketing background.
You're a digital marketer, I think.
Right. I've worked with the major Facebooks, Googles of the world, and heavily in the ad tech industry. But kind of like you, I also dabble in the world of storytelling. I have a MAP officially in Team Fortress 2 and a few other ventures, when it comes to graphical arts.
You're a genius with that stuff too. Let me add.
But I'm hoping to bring a perspective of data and just kind of thinking of the world differently. But one of the common threads we do share is music. I got my guitar right behind me here, but you play drums and a few other instruments, and I play guitar mostly, but also dabble in a few other instruments as well, and just love the musical scope,
It's important just for people to tune in and see what's happening in different parts of the country, and if it's a way for us to just share our experiences with what's going on and maybe give some perspective as to the coronavirus pandemic and this unprecedented time that we're going through in this country. I think that's a good thing. And frankly, we're pretty much shut in. So this is a good project to do, and, it can be fun.
Yeah, it's been eerie lately. Like I live on a major alley here in Fort Collins, Colorado. And there's about 50 people maybe standing out in the front of a coffee shop, taco shop that's a little bit down the way, and it's eerie. There's like no one out in the streets lately, and I can't imagine what it's like in New York.
In Colorado, where you're at, is there a fair amount of density where you're living?
So we're in a downtown area. It's nothing like New York or Astoria where we used to live, but definitely a dense area. A lot of college. CSU is right here. Colorado State University, for those of you not familiar with that. But a lot of traffic through here. So it's just really bizarre. You see one person maybe every 30 minutes walking their dog through this alleyway that had someone about every 30 seconds.
Right. Well, and as you can imagine, having lived here, you know how dense New York is, Astoria in particular. Everybody's kind of living on top of each other, but it is really eerie because it's complete silence. You never even hear a car go by.
Wow.
But what you do hear are ambulances, which is kind of frightening.
Yeah.
And a lot of nature, which is really nice. I think that people, for the most part, are adhering to New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's call, or order, I should say, to social distance and shelter at home, as well as New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio. I was jogging. I have to get out a little bit. I haven't been every day going outside, but yesterday I went jogging, but for instance, last weekend I went jogging to Astoria Park, and I saw like a 10-on-10 soccer game. And I'm sitting here thinking, you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't understand the seriousness of it. Some people, they they think it won't happen to them, and uh, I'm I was really frightened, actually, completely in terror, because on last Friday night, I found out one of my really, really close friends is in the hospital, in the ICU on a ventilator, and that freaked both my wife and I out. And we need to take this really seriously. People are dying, and I'm praying for my friend, but you know, th- there's so many people out there that think, oh, we're going to be okay because we're young, and it can affect young people too.
I hope your friend makes it okay. But I've heard a lot of similar stories like that.
I mean, what's stressful too is wondering if I'm past the 2 week mark in terms of self isolating, because it incubates between 5 and 14 days, and you know, I mean, so far so good. I mean, but there's an anxiety that it's right here in your chest, and I need to breathe in deeply and exhale, and I mean, a lot of us are feeling like that, and it's hard to work. I mean, I have some work has gone away, freelance wise. Others, I'm hanging in there, but it's hard to focus on that stuff.
Are you finding the grocery stores are open? And if so, is there a lot of people in there?
Yeah, the grocery stores, yeah, they're all open. The pharmacies are open. No toilet paper. I mean, people went on a mad toilet paper dash. But in terms of the grocery stores, we went actually yesterday. Lisa wanted to do a huge shop, and I'm like, this is the next 2 weeks. Like, we shouldn't even be going out at all. But the grocery store, we had masks and gloves on, because it's just like, think how many germs are there, people congregating in close quarters. Even though you're trying to stay away from each other, it's still, in the New York supermarket versus like a Publix, out in Florida or something, it's still a lot more close quarters. So, some people are aware of the dangers, and you see them wearing masks and taking care to social distance, and other people are like standing right next to you sniffling, and you're like, dude,
Yep.
ease up, back away.
Last weekend we went on a hike, and we had some bike riders that would come up next to you and get kind of right, like, hey, how's it going? Panting and huffing and puffing. And I'm sure they were healthy people, but you just kind of would have liked a couple more feet for them to have said hi. So I did the math, by the way, on this $4 trillion support effort from the Fed. If you took the $2 trillion out of that and you just divided that up among the 120 million households in the United States, it comes out to be about $14,000 per household, by the way.
Right.
If you do
How
that,
much are those individuals getting? Are they getting,
not
14?
very much. I'm hoping society asks the question, what do we actually need to live at a basic? And I think people are starting to realize that when they're bunkered in at home, some people without jobs, and it's food and it's certain things. And I ask questions, why haven't we started more nonprofit type efforts?
I'd love to talk to you more about how we can come up with ideas that we ourselves can establish. Maybe it's a nonprofit that does some good in the world in terms of reducing, needless waste.
Yeah.
Or I have a friend of mine who actually, his dream is to help take mountaintop removal and take those areas that have been devastated. These mining companies strip mine, they come in, they like literally just devastate the landscape. And he wants to take that and end up, using grants and government grants and working as part of his nonprofit to replant those areas so it's sustainable organic agriculture. And that's amazing. And we need more innovative ideas like that. And maybe this conversation can inspire other people to watch.
Yeah,
To
that'd
say,
be great.
oh, let's figure this out.
Yeah, and if we can fuel just a ton of people to do that, I would love to look out over the business field 15, 20 years from now. And just like I said, see businesses that service more people, less of the CEO that makes 20,000 times more, than the average employee in the company. Why is that happening today? Why is there a correlation? Why do we care so much about the stock market? There's a public safety message apparently.
Oh,
good timing. Are you getting this too, or anything?
Nope. Maybe it's a Colorado thing.
My county, but yeah, something to do with the coronavirus. How timely.
What did it say?
I can't pull it up now, but it was
okay.
Help. I caught just a help. I should have read that, but
oh my God, get out now! It's gonna blow.
Did you get that message?
Stay-at-home order for Larimer County.
Oh, here it is. So stay-at-home order from Larimer County, which is where Fort Collins is.
It was issued from the county health director.
Yeah, just issued from the county health director. So.
Okay. Be careful. Stay in.
Yeah.
Stay indoors. Trust me.
I was thinking about when was the last time I went camping, and I remember like the greatest memories I ever had was sitting around the campfire at camp.
Right.
And just you bond with people, and like we're missing that. We don't get that enough.
And that needs to be one of these episodes.
Let's go camping.
Down the road as we take the camera equipment out.
Yeah, man, it'll be like Bear Grylls. We'll go out into the wilds of Colorado,
or even Pennsylvania, somewhere.
I think this is a great opportunity to just have a discussion, generate ideas. And I'd love to hear what people who watch this think. They should, reply in the comments section, join the conversation.
A couple final questions for you. How are you doing on toilet paper?
Funny, I was just talking with Lisa, and she was like, I think I want to order like 60 rolls. And I was like,
good luck with that.
I don't know where we'd put it in our tiny New York apartment, but I mean, I think we're settling on 20 rolls.
Okay.
So I think that's good for now. We don't want to hoard. I don't think that's hoarding.
I don't think it's hoarding.
Available.
Yeah.
But
I always would buy the 18 pack. I always felt a little guilty. I think it's Jim Gaffigan that has a stand-up about this. Where you just feel like the goof walking around the store with a bunch of this massive pack of toilet paper.
I know what you mean. The problem is, like, we could go to the dollar store and get them, but like dollar store toilet paper roll, like you can get them obviously for $1, at like big packs for $1. But like you go through it in like half a day.
Yeah.
So what's the trade-off? You might as well get the big pack of Charmin.
So I hate to admit it, but we're down to about 5 rolls. Fortunately, we've got some friends that have offered some, but yeah, it's got us conserving it as much as possible. Trying to use as little as you possibly can.
Yeah,
it's an interesting experiment.
Yeah, no doubt. And I assume you're cooking it every day, and
yeah, cooking at home as much as we can. Yeah, when was my last question for you was when was your last like meal out that you guys had?
I can tell you, it was maybe 2.5, 3 weeks ago. And the thing is, whenever we go out too, when we come back, we disinfect everything, wipe it down. You have to, because you could be sitting on the shelf, and an hour ago somebody with the COVID-19 was touching it. So
I might have mentioned this, but we're a little concerned about the packages coming in. Been getting a lot of orders, but you hear it stays on surfaces for a while. Mm-hmm. As a delivery person, I would imagine you come in contact with a lot of packages, getting sent out from that.
Plastic and cardboard, I think it can stay on that surface for a day or two.
Okay.
So, put it out in the sun, soap it down. Soap kills the virus very quickly. Yeah. And then, disinfect it, maybe leave it in the sun if you can, and then put it away. But yeah, got to be careful.
Yeah.
So. But you guys are okay otherwise? Like Katie?
Everyone's safe, happy to be healthy. Yeah, happy to have an outlet.
All right, Josh.
Josh
and Josh.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the name of our show. I don't know. This was awesome. So, yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk more later.
Sounds good. Yeah. Hopefully this gets some interest and we can throw another episode up soon.
Done.
All right.
Later.